Welcome to another maths class. Today we want to continue with algebra in a bit to have mastery of what algebra is talking about. That's the representation of letters of the alphabet with numbers. We have a question in our hand. A train moves at an average speed of s km per hour. So it tells us that speed here is s km per hour. And then they are saying how many hours, that's time, we are looking for time, will it take to cover a distance, so we have a distance of 340 kilometers. What's speed? Speed equals to distance over time. Now we're looking for time, so time here will be distance all over speed. What's our distance here? 340 kilometers. Then what's our speed? X kilometer per hour. So this we call it. So what we have is 340 over x hours will be our time. So the time it will take the man to reach this distance, 340 kilometers, will be 340 divided by the speed, which is x. Let's look at another question. A car travels d kilometer. A car travels d kilometer at an average speed of u kilometer per hour. How long does it take? How long does it take? How long does it take? Speed here equals distance over time. Distance over time. How long relates to time? So our time will be distance over speed. What's the distance we are given? Travels d kilometer. So d becomes our distance. And what is our speed? Average speed is u. Kilometer per hour. So what we have, the time it will take him will be d kilometer over u kilometer per hour becomes our time. So this will be our answer. Yet another question on algebra. A rectangle is 5 times as long as it is wide. A rectangle is 5 times as long as it is wide. If its area is 180, if its area is 180 centimeters square, then the length of the rectangle is, then the length of the rectangle is, we are given options here: 6 centimeter, B 12 centimeter, C 15 centimeter, D 30 centimeter, then E 75 centimeter. How do we approach this question? A rectangle is 5 times as long as its width. So area is length times breadth, and we are told that the length is 5 times the breadth. So area here will be 5b, 5 times the breadth, times b. So area will be 5b squared. If the area is 180 centimeter squared, Then the length is what? So 180. So our B will be 100. Our B squared will be 180 divided by 5. That should give us 36. So B will be the square root of 36. That's 6 centimeter. Now, if our length is, our breadth is 6 centimeter, what will be the length? Length now is 5B, and that will be 5 times 6. That's 30 centimeter. So any 30 centimeter, D becomes our answer over here. Area, length times breadth. Length is 5 times whatever the width is. So it will be, area will now be 5 times the width times the breadth itself. That will be 5B squared. Then B squared will be the area divided by 5, which is 36. Then the square root of 36 is 6, that's the breadth. Then the length will be 5 times the breadth. 5 times 6 is 30. So D becomes our answer. Let's look at algebra here. A cyclist travels at an average speed of 15 km per hour. A cyclist travels at an average speed of 15 km per hour. He said, how many hours will it take to travel X meters? How many hours will it take to travel X meters? Then we have some options here. A is X over 15,000. B is X over 15. C is 1,000 X over 15. D is 15 over X, and E is 15,000 over X. How to solve this question? A cyclist travels at an average speed of 15 km per hour. So the speed we are given is 15 kilometers per hour. How many hours? So they're talking about time. Will it take to travel the distance? What distance are we given? Now we are given X meter, not X kilometer, not X kilometer. So what we need to do is that we need to convert this speed to meters, or we convert the meter to kilometer. So what do we have in our hand? We have speed equals distance over time. Now we are looking for time, because you say how long, how many hours. So time will be distance over speed. Now time, which is distance over speed here, we are given a distance of X meters, but we are given a speed of 15 kilometers. 15 kilometers per hour. So we need to convert 15 kilometers into meters. We need to convert 15 kilometers into meters. And how do we do that? X divided by 15, that distance, divided by 15 kilometers per hour. So that will be X times hour over 15 kilometers. X divided by 15 kilometers per hour. Now we have to convert 15 kilometers into meters. So 15 kilometers will give us 15,000 meters. So 15,000 meters per hour that it travels. So our answer will be X over 15,000 meters. This is in meters per hour. So the answer is X over 15,000 hours. Our time. Is there any answer that relates to that? X over 15,000. That's A. X over 15,000 R. So this happened to be our answer. So we need to also recognize and give attention to the units. If we just went ahead to say distance over, we say time is equal to distance over speed and just say 15 divided by our, we say time is distance over speed, we just say distance. What's the distance? X divided by 15. X divided by 15 will have come here. But we need to convert this to meters. That will be 15,000 meters. So to give us this answer. A motorist drives at 100 km per hour. A motorist drives at 100 km per hour. That's the speed. How many minutes? How many minutes will it take her to travel? Will it take her to travel d kilometer? Then we have options here as well. 60d over 100. Then B, 6,000 D, 6,000 over D, and C, we have 100 D over 60. Then D, we have D over 600. And then E, we have 100 over D. Now, how do we solve this question? A motorist drives at 100 km per hour. That's the speed. Speed is 100 km per hour. Now, how many minutes will it take to travel the distance? We are given distance, d kilometer. But the time we are asked to find is not in hour, is in minutes. So we have two options here, either to convert this speed now into minutes, kilometer per minute, or whatever final answer we get, we now convert it into minutes. So let's go this way. Speed equals distance over time. Then time automatically will be distance over speed. Now, our speed is 100 km per hour. It's same as saying 100 km all over 60 minutes. So we want to use this method, 60 minutes. So we'll say time, T, is distance. What is distance? D divided by, what is the speed? 100 over 60. So that will be D times 60 over 100. That will give us 60D over 100. In minutes, 60D over 100. 60D over 100. 100 km per hour. 100, we believe it in kilometer. Hour, we say over 60 minutes. So time is supposed to be distance over speed. That's D divided by speed. What is the speed now? 100 over 60. So it will be 6D. We'll find the reciprocal. 60 over D. That's 60D over 100. So this will be our answer for this particular question. With all these examples we have given on algebra, we want to believe that you are getting acquainted with what we mean by algebra. using letters of the alphabet to represent numbers, and particularly not just arbitrary number, a particular number, not just range of numbers, a particular one. Our next class will be talking about simplification of algebra. How do we make algebra very simple? How do we open brackets? Meet you in the next class. It's going to be very interesting.